so forceful, deeply embedded in the mind.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
Appreciate your choosing our theater. And to make this experience more enjoyable for everyone, we hope you'll refrain from talking during the show. Enjoy the movie. Thank you.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe. And there's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. Bold, robust, delicious. It's coffee that can wake the dead. With over a dozen different roasts and flavors, Deadly Grounds can satisfy the most finicky of coffee addicts. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for, and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! so disgusting.
What the heck? I need to fix this cable. Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching Still Toking with. My name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard. Here we have a kick-ass show for you today. And, if you're tuning in from any of the, dozen places we're sending this, even, Dead Dork Radio, just send some comments, wherever you can. And with that, Benjamin.
It's the cable's fault tonight, right?
You saw that. It's the cable.
I didn't see anything. I was reading my show notes. Oh, man, I was reading my show notes. I'm blown away. I mean, I can't even fathom. Our guest tonight's 13 years old. Going to be 14. Got to make sure we say that real soon. But he's just accomplished so many amazing things. And I am really excited to chat with him. But I'm not going to steal Jeff's thunder, so.
Bring us the thunder, Jeff.
What was that?
That wasn't that thunder? No.
No.
Yeah, let's just get. I want to get right into this. I know this kid wants to get back to his Xbox, and I don't blame him. So let's welcome Christian Ganiere. Hi, Christian.
Hi.
You butchered the last name.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Ganiere. Did I butcher it?
Ganiere.
Ganiere. That's what I said.
Ganiere.
We could do this all night, folks. Just saying.
Well, just to kick it off, what are you playing on Xbox?
I'm playing Console Rust.
What's it called?
Console Rust.
Console Rust.
Rust, like in Rusty.
Yeah.
Okay. I know there's Rust. Is that like something different?
Yes, it's the console version. So there's a.
Oh, got it. Okay, the console version of Rust. I follow you. Awesome. Very cool.
I have no idea what it's about.
No, me neither. Us old folks,
Or it's us folks that don't have time to play Xbox anymore.
Well,
I mean, my favorite game on Xbox was Skyrim. So, but
don't even talk, dude. You know how many times I bought Skyrim?
The same as me, like 50.
Yeah.
That was my kids, and that was all my kids' inheritance. Yeah. But back to our guest. So, go ahead. I know you two are chomping at the bit. So,
no, I was just gonna say, tell us about Rust because I haven't played it. I'm stuck on Horizon for a bit in West right now.
So it's a post-apocalyptic.
And you say I screw things up.
At least it's not a name.
Right? Touche. I'm liking him already.
Post-apocalyptic.
There you go.
World where you gather resources, craft ammo, weapons, gear, make bases, raid other people's bases, and just try to gather loot in general.
Nice. Cool. My type of game. Post-apocalyptic. Love that.
I'm looking at it. Oh, okay.
He's looking it up.
Yeah,
all right. So anyway.
Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like a not Far Cry, Fallout. It's like Fallout.
Yeah, except for there's no story or storyline at all.
They just plop you wherever, and that's awesome.
Yeah, they plop you wherever. You build up your bases,
and you only go against real players.
Yeah.
See, that's what I have a problem with. Being an elderly gamer, people.
Yeah, these young guys kick our butts.
I know. Like,
it's like I want a rematch. It's like, no, mom called me. I gotta go have dinner now. It's like, wait, what?
I used to be good at Tekken. I did like a Tekken tournament when I was a kid and stuff. And I tried it recently. I did it online, and some kid just destroyed my ass. And I never played it again. So it's within the first 2 minutes, that's it.
Yeah. All right. So we just ate up 10 minutes of our viewers' time talking about video games, which is what we do here. It's about what the guest wants. It's not about what we want. It's about what our guest wants to talk about. But we should definitely get into some of these amazing things that this young man has already achieved. Anybody want to Or am I jumping?
Well,
right
yeah,
in?
I'm gonna jump in here
figured.
because I actually watched a movie today when you were just not little kid. What the hell was the name of that? It was called Darkness Rising. So I wanted to watch that today because your name was mentioned in it. Man, you were a freaky little kid in that thing.
Yeah, I had to do full body prosthetics for that. I was like they didn't really specify what I was, so I just figured I was a demon, gargoyle, baby monster ghoul.
Basically, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I had to do full body prosthetics, and man, they used glue. They used some sort of glue on my skin, so when they had to rip off the prosthetics, it was ripping my skin off, and it hurt. Like, it was terrifying. And after that, I never got prosthetics ever again because I just hated it. It was terrible. I was traumatized.
Robert says Darkness Rising was great. Oh my God, that's who that was. I'm looking. You worked with Ted Raimi. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. I really enjoyed the movie, and like I said, you were the perfect little kid demon freak thing. It was just absolutely. You did a great job of it. So, because that's my kind of flick. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to watch that. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was waiting for that movie to come out for what, 5 years? 6
Yeah,
years?
it did take a while.
I filmed it when I was like 8, 6. Yeah, I filmed it when I was 6. And
Yeah,
then
you
it
were 6.
came out 5 years later. Like, it took, or no, 6 years later. So I was 12. Yeah, I was 12 when I watched it. And man, I was waiting for that. Every year I would ask, I'd be like, hey, Dad, has it come out yet? Because it hasn't come out. And yeah, it took 6 years.
Wow.
Slow editing.
It had to be perfect. It had to be perfect.
Well, it was. It was very well done. So. But I wanted to bring that up first because I just literally watched that this afternoon.
Oh, and
because I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have Netflix. I'm not a Netflix guy.
No,
so
but
I haven't
am.
seen you. Yeah, Ben is. I have not
seen
you in Stranger Things yet. So I'm gonna let Ben bring that one up.
Oh yeah. We're gonna dive right into Stranger Things here. I am a huge Stranger Things fan from day one. I just love the show. I love the way it was written. I love the storyline behind it. The new season was epic. I will say that it was epic. So tell us a little bit about how it was working on that set. You didn't have prosthetics.
No, I didn't. The only thing close enough to prosthetics was one blood drop in my nose. One. So that was awesome. But the set was really fun. It was a little cold. It was pretty cold because we were in a giant concrete set. But it was fun. It was just more amazing than anything because I, again, was a fan of the show since day one, and I just thought it was so cool to be living in the actual TV show and be a part of it. Like, I'm in Stranger Things. It's just crazy to think about. So
dreams come true.
Oh yeah,
dreams really do come true because a couple years earlier, I was doing an interview and people admired my long blonde hair because I never really cut it, and they were like, "Is there any roles you would cut your hair for?" And I was like, "Stranger Things. I would go bald for Stranger Things."
And you pretty much did.
And my dream came true. I actually shaved my head for Stranger Things, so that was crazy.
That is crazy. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we have a ton of viewers and stuff, and I know that, and some of these people are shy, but get some questions in there if you want to know a little bit about the Stranger Things side, folks.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say, as I was doing some research today, I actually had to stop, and I called my wife in because I had to show her this little clip, and it was. I'm going to say it's probably one of my favorite all-time car commercials, if that even exists, because I just love the way it was done. It was so awesome.
I could run away, but it always comes back to the car commercial.
Because it was so awesome. I mean, car commercials are generally boring. They're dumb. They're stupid. But that commercial right there, unbelievable. And I didn't even realize it was you until I was researching you, and I'm like, what? Subaru?
I did the same thing. I literally did the same thing.
Yep. I was like, wow. And I stopped it and I called my wife in and I'm like, you remember this commercial? She started laughing. She's like, yeah, this one was a good one. Why? Who's that?
That's who I get to interview this week.
That's who we're talking to tonight. You know what I mean? It was pretty funny.
But now I'm glad you brought up the car commercial. We will get back to Stranger Things, folks. Is you actually won.
Here it is.
We'll kill the vibe.
Yeah. You won Best Performance in TV Commercial for that in the Young Artist Award in 2016. Oh, they're going to play it now.
I love this. I just love it.
Yeah, I know. Don't play too much of it. I don't want to get hit with copyright infringement.
Okay. We'll stop right there. That's an iconic commercial.
But it is.
It's iconic.
Yes, it is. So tell us a little bit about how it was winning Young Artist Award for that.
I was very nervous because I had to use the bathroom really bad. So while they were calling and announcing the winner, I was in the bathroom. So I was very stressed. I was like, oh, I have to get on stage. But I have to pee. What do I do? So yeah, it was very stressful. But I got up there. I thanked everyone, and yeah, it was awesome. And the rest of the night was just so cool. I'd love to be at the Young Artist Awards. It was really fun.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, you've been the center of attention in a lot of things, not just like the Subaru commercial, but becoming the youngest ever to present an Emmy Award at the age of 7. Like, do you remember that?
Yes,
right?
That's one of the very few things that I remember. I remember like big landmarks in my life, but yeah, I remember that. That was super fun. I just found it awesome. I mean, I was in front of a bunch of people, but I've always been going to events, so I didn't really think anything of it. And I just have that confidence from such a young age and continued it to where performing in front of a large audience doesn't really bother me. I just think it's awesome to be there and have people see me do what I love to do.
So you say performing in front of large audience, I can't talk, audiences is comfortable for you. Is that because of your parents? Like, do you get that more from mom or dad? Because we'll get into who they are at some point too here.
I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Well, just being comfortable, because your father being an Emmy-nominated producer, director, and your mom being an Emmy-nominated writer and producer, and do you just feel comfortable because you've been around that your life to this point?
Yeah, I've been going to events with my dad for I don't know how long, but too long ago to remember. So I'd always been around large groups and interacting with a bunch of people, so I just got used to it after a while.
Cool. Yeah, it's just one of those questions I figured I'd throw at you that would stump you.
But yeah, my first Comic-Con was when I was 4.
Oh, wow. Do you go to Comic-Cons on a regular basis?
Yeah, I went to Comic-Con last week.
Yeah, he was at, I think I saw pictures on his Twitter from, was it San Diego?
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con.
He was at, he was dressed up.
Yeah.
You were cosplaying. Wow. I can't remember what you were cosplaying, but I remember seeing the picture. I think it was on either.
Demon Slayer. I was talking Demon Slayer, and also I was in my gown from Stranger Things.
Ah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So your first Comic-Con, you were 4?
Yes.
How did you sign your signature? Did you know how to write at that point? I mean, I don't know when kids learn how to write anymore, but
I wasn't that famous yet. I don't think I hadn't done my car commercial yet.
So he was attending. He was attending with his father.
I got you.
I attended with my whole family. We went.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
And now we go together as much as we can.
They're a lot of fun. We have a ball,
Right.
attending those. So
yeah,
very cool.
I won't hog him. Go ahead, somebody else.
You have let's see. You have one film that's in post-production that's just completed, right?
Yeah, no more.
Do you know when that's going to be coming out? Yeah, no more goodbyes.
That should be coming out next year.
Next year, okay.
If I'm wrong, my dad will correct me.
Okay, nice. And you have another one in pre-production. So you're gearing up for that one? That's called The Awakening?
Yes, that will be. We will film that in the fall. It's going to be a horror movie, and I will be playing the villain.
Oh, very cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just talked about with the writer about that. We've still been picking up ideas.
Very cool.
Nice.
Wow.
That sounds like a good. Oh yeah. Obviously,
full of surprises.
I'm a horror nut, so.
Yeah, he's full of surprises, huh?
You know. And so, in between all of that, you've been. Sorry, Leo. Go ahead.
No. Go for it.
You know, I was going to say, in between all of that, you have been making appearances in all kinds of daytime shows. In TV series, Grey's Anatomy, Days of Our Lives, 911. I mean,
yep.
How do you keep up with all of that? Seriously, at your age, how do you keep up with all of that?
I don't know. I think it's really fun to go on them. It's mostly about like the experience and having fun on set. Like on 911, which is the most recent one I've done. I was having tons of fun on set because they had a ping pong table on set. So I was just playing ping pong with all the cast.
I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, me too.
It's really not that bad. Just play ping pong.
Wow.
So what's the longest you've been on set for a project?
4 months.
4 months. And how does that work? I mean, I've seen, TV shows where, you have, younger actors and they bring teachers on set. How does that work? Keeping up with your normal life along with filming.
So they flew me out to Atlanta, and then the reason it took so long is I had to quarantine 3 different times, adding an extra month. Because I had to quarantine when I got there, before I left, and then I think when I came back I had to quarantine. But I had to quarantine on set for a week as well because someone got COVID, or I think someone tested positive, but they checked again and then they were fine. It was a false test. But yeah, you just do. Was I? No, I did school. Yeah, you just do your normal school that you would do in a class on set because I'm homeschooled. I'm doing it through books or online anyway, so I'm not doing it in person. So it's just the same for me. The only real difference was, I guess there wasn't really that different besides the time change from Atlanta to California. That was a little weird. It's always weird having a time change.
Yeah, because it's what, 3 hours? 3 hours?
Yes, 3 hours.
Yes, we go through this all the time.
Yeah, I know, I do.
Watch our show at 7:00 Eastern, and for you people on the West Coast, that's 5. I'm like, no. It's all right, man. It's a good time.
Wow. Wait, so it's 7 for you guys right now?
It's actually, it's about 7:23. So yeah.
Oh, that's good. For me, it's
yeah. I know it's right before dinner for you and right for bedtime for us.
Yeah, that's why I was confused because you guys said night, and I was like, I don't know if anyone that really goes to bed at 5 or 4. I know one person. There was this one kid in my neighborhood, in my last house, or last house. He was in my neighborhood. And I used to go to his house all the time, but I could never stay late. I could only stay till like 3, but I had to wait till they got out of school, so I could only be at his house for like an hour because he would get out at like 2, and then he would have to like get ready for bed at 4, so he could go to bed at 5. And I was like, I never really asked him, but I was like, why does this dude always go to bed at 5? That's so early. I mean, I guess if you have to wake up at 5 for school, that's like 12 hours of sleep, but still 5.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Maybe he was just one of those children that didn't like to go to sleep, so his parents started at 5 in hopes that he'd be sleeping by 12.
That is.
Either that or he was practicing for when he gets to be, something like my age, and you got to lay down for a nap at 4 o'clock every day.
I don't know, but that's the one person that I met that goes to bed at 5.
Jeff, it's just how you're engineered. Some people need to go to bed early. Some people don't, Either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go to bed at 5 o'clock, but I'll nap in the afternoon for an hour.
I can't
because I'm old and I gotta regenerate.
Okay.
I used to feel the same. I used to like take a nap at like 5 or 4 or any time in the evening. But the problem is I just wouldn't wake up till 10. So I would just stay up the whole night and then go to bed. So I literally flipped my schedule completely different. I would go to bed when I would wake up and wake up when I would go to bed. So it was,
you know what that's from?
Never again will I take a nap.
Yeah. Well, I will say that's a Stranger Thing right there.
I was gonna say, you know what that is? Hey, wow, he found the button.
Yeah.
That really is a younger person's way of saying all the really good online gaming happens at night. Because that's when like everybody from overseas is, and it's so much fun. Trust me, I had kids. I know. It wasn't they took a nap and it flipped their schedule. It was they took a nap because they flipped their schedule.
Right. He knows everything. He knows my secret. I was actually thinking about that in my head. I was like, wait, why would I take a nap in the afternoon? Oh, it's because I stayed up the whole night.
Yeah, you're gaming at 3 a.m.,
Yeah, that's one of those 24-hour marathons where he started at 5 o'clock and the next night at 5 he just went. It wasn't a nap.
I think I got 6 hours of sleep.
So there's still some amazing other stuff we need to touch on here. Does anybody want to jump on it before I take that question?
Well, bring it back to Stranger Things if we can. I want to hear more about that.
I do too. But go ahead.
Yeah, no. I was just going to ask. You said you were a fan of Stranger Things before. Are you a fan of that time, that era in time, like the 80s? What drew you into Stranger Things?
Because my whole family plays D&D, so when only the first season was out, it was mostly about D&D. So that drew them in, and then everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, Christian, you have to watch this. This is such a good show." And I was like, oh, "Okay." I mean, I'm kind of into D&D, but not really that much. And I watched the show, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love it. This is awesome." So I just continued watching it, and I've loved each season better. It gets better each season. Like season 1 was good, season 2 was better, and season 3 was like awesome with the mall, and then season 4 is very intense. It left you on a crazy cliffhanger. So I think it just gets better and better each season.
Yeah,
watching it.
Yes.
I need to admit, I just started season 3. I am so far behind.
It's all me, Christian. It's all me. It's all me.
Well,
season 4 wasn't even out for an hour, and I was already halfway through it.
I did the same. I watched it all that night, but the bad thing is I had an event later that night. So as soon as I got done watching it, I had to sleep immediately, so that way I could wake up at least by 3, get ready, and then go.
That's that young mentality again.
But Leo, if you just started season 3, you have to make sure you have like 3 days in advance. If you binge it, then you need 3 days in advance because each episode in season 4 is an hour and a half, except for the very last episode, it's 2 hours and a half.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it's tough for me to binge stuff, with my schedule. But I am going on vacation next week, so yeah, maybe I'll be binging it in the evening. Yeah, I'm not here. Starting next Friday.
Oh yeah, next Friday.
Yeah,
I had to look at the schedule. I go, wait a minute, no, we got a show next Wednesday. That's not the one
yeah.
that I have.
I will take care of your show, and then I'm heading up to New Hampshire.
Yes, yeah. Well, we do the show Wednesday, and then Friday Thursday I'll get you the stuff for the following week's show.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, back to our what's that? Oh,
Easter
sorry,
egg.
I'm reading comments.
Yeah.
He's looking at the clock. Look at him.
So what was your most memorable moment from Stranger Things?
Most memorable moment: shooting or watching the show?
Let's go for both.
Yeah, let's go shooting first.
Shooting. Okay. Memorable moment. Oh, dude, one of the PAs scared me. So what happened is the if you've seen season 1, then you know when 11 uses her powers, they have that like little thing that they put on your head so they can like test your heart rate or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they put that on my head, and then after they were like, okay, now make sure you aren't thinking anything too bad because this can read your mind. And I was like, oh, he's just joking and can't read my mind. And then I was like, wait, their budget is so high that they probably could find some technology to read my mind. So I had like a 20-minute discussion in my head as they were setting up the cameras. I was like, wait, can they read my mind? Can they not? That PA messed with me so bad. He got me so good. But I was like, wait, are they messing with me? They have to be. Well, what if they're not? Wait, what if they actually have that technology? But I don't think they do. But they could. I don't know. They're working on new tech. I mean, I was just going on and rambling in my head. They really freaked me out.
I think there is that technology. They got it so that you can like control a replacement arm with your mind.
Yep, that's true. So that technology does exist.
Yeah.
Just a future reference.
What if they could? No.
He's like, wait, what if they did read my mind now? You gotta get them all tripped out again.
You'll see it in season 5.
Right?
In the bloopers, they'll just have my memories.
And so what's your favorite moment from the series so far?
Favorite moment? Probably, this isn't a very big spoiler, but probably when Robert Englund was in season 4, because I love the Nightmare on Elm Street, and also just because I think it's awesome that they had someone from Nightmare on Elm Street, because that season gave a very like Freddy Krueger vibe. So I think that was awesome that they had him on set, as well as Matt and Ross both loved the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. So I thought that was cool that they got him in there.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Some of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, that I know exactly what he's talking about. So, that's that's pretty crazy. But we only have a few more minutes with Christian, I believe. They told you about 40 minutes, right?
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, good. We're going to keep you all night. No, I'm just kidding.
You mean afternoon and then night?
Well, that's true. You got me on that one. So,
well, so since you've already conquered one of your dreams of being on Stranger Things, what's another series or show you'd like to be on? Like, would you like to be on like something Marvel or Star Wars or
I just got
Yellowstone
the other day. I wanted this was my like dream. I wanted to be on John Wick 4.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
Yesterday, or not yesterday, like a couple of days ago, that they're already shooting. So I don't know. I could still pull it off somehow. You never know, but I was very
just remember your friends if that happens.
Yeah.
Huh?
And
I love the Wick movies.
If 4 doesn't happen, I most likely there'll be a 5.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
they're very popular.
Well, there's a rumor that it's the signs of depression. What is it? Is it like seven like courses of depression?
I don't know.
Wait,
you lost me, Leo.
What is that?
Yeah,
you lost me too.
You know what? Continue conversation. I'm going to Google
it. So, like I said, we only got a few more minutes, and we have a ton of other stuff that we can talk about. I do want to bring up the fact that you received the Presidential Humanitarian Award in 2017. How do I word this? Go ahead, Jeff. I can't word it right. I know what I want to say.
How did that come to be? I mean, what?
Well, yeah.
Humanitarian awards, they can encompass all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So why did you receive that award? What was so special that you did?
I helped kids with I forgot what it's called, but I helped kids in a after school program called Ganiere, as well as I just love helping people, and I also helped in the Salvation Army and a bunch of other organizations. And I really got into charity, especially when I was in a movie called Wishman, which was about the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Okay.
And the creator was Frank Shankowitz, and I just love working with him, and I'm sad to see that he passed. And it was just amazing working with him and to be a part of that. And I played... my character was the very first person to inspire Frank Shankowitz to make the whole organization. So I was just very glad to be there.
Oh, that's cool.
That's amazing.
So do you still do a lot of volunteering?
Yes, I do. We stopped doing it because it's summer, so school's over, but I will go back after the summer. And also, whenever we can, I just try to help out. We keep granola bars and crackers in our cars, so anytime we drive by homeless people, we get them out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're an amazing young man. You are an amazing young man. When I was your age doing that kind of stuff, I was still eating mud pies. So now this is why.
No, Jeff, that was cow pies, not mud pies.
Nobody showed me the difference.
By the way, the theory for John Wick is the 5 levels of grief. So denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So
there'll be 5 movies.
5 movies. Yeah. That's the theory.
The theory. Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the TV show, because they are coming out with a TV show.
Yep. And then there was the TV show based on The Hotel, which I don't think that really went anywhere.
I didn't see that, but that sounds awesome.
The Continental?
Yeah.
The Continental, yeah. Yeah, I did hear something about that.
I love the owner, especially when John Wick's like, "Hey, can you hold my dog for me? I gotta go kill people."
the
What's his
owner,
name? He don't have one.
The owner was in an awesome show. It was like a X-Files type of show. Can't remember what it was.
But I'm sure you'll Google it.
Yeah, if you Google it, you'll find it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, so, I mean, you've just accomplished way too much already. You got to slow down, man.
Right.
Slow down.
Now, besides Stranger Things, what was your favorite role that you ever played?
Favorite role? I don't know. I liked playing Tristan in No More Goodbyes, which is coming out this following year. But that was the second time I got to work with my mother and father. My mother wrote the script and produced it, and my father directed it.
Yep. And folks, you really want to watch this one because not only was it a whole family thing, but it won the Santa Fe Film Festival Best Feature Film, which allowed his entire family involved to all share in that honor. I mean, that's like I said, there's so much we can talk about here. How is it for you sharing an honor like that with your mom and dad?
It's just awesome. I mean, to be honest, I'm just glad that all our hard work paid off. And I really couldn't do it without my mother. She wrote the amazing script for me. If not, I wouldn't have even had a chance to do that, as well as she really helped me study the character because he's on spectrum, and she helped me understand autism more.
Mm-hmm.
So she really helped me a ton.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's amazing. So, we're creeping over his time that I promised. So, any last questions from you guys up here, or I saw a ton of comments.
Obviously, you've got a very long and bright future ahead. Is there a particular genre of film or character kind of portrayal that you would like to pursue more than others?
I've only been asked this question like 4 times. That's a very good question. But I used to want to do comedy so much because I was such a white kid. But then I realized I'm not really good at comedy. So I like drama more. Because the last couple of times I did comedy, I was like, my work wasn't really that great. So I love doing drama because not only am I better at it, but also you get to express your emotions more. You get deeper characters and better arcs. So I just really love drama, especially how intense the scenes are. They can show you really how much you can progress as an actor, and they just help you a lot with your career.
Wow.
Okay,
good answer.
Nice.
Good
answer.
answer.
That was a good answer. I was
question,
hoping to
too.
hear. I was hoping to hear horror, but that's okay.
He did that. He doesn't like the prosthetics. Remember, we already visited that once tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, but you can do horror without having prosthetics.
You're right, because
You'll probably need blood some point.
Unless but it can just it can just be a splatter. It doesn't have to be
Yeah, but usually the blood tends to have syrup in it, so it's sticky and itchy. So
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's true. Yep, we can relate to that. That's definitely true.
Yep. It's still nothing like jumping in the Hudson River. So
but I've also heard that true drama and is probably the hardest roles and the most difficult roles to play as well, because of the emotion and everything that's involved. Yeah.
That's why I like them, is because I like a challenge. I mean, if everything was easy, it'd get boring.
Right. But I mean, one thing we didn't mention tonight was how can our viewers, listeners, and fans find out more about this amazing young man, Leo?
Well, certainly check the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us.
Yep.
That work for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he kind of took over the show, man. We didn't no commercial break, nothing. We just kind of
I know.
But I said it at the beginning, he's achieved way more than any of us could possibly even imagine at the age of, we'll call him 13 and a half, because I think that's how the younger generation likes it now. Actually, more than that, 13 and 3/4. Right? That works. So with that being said, it is that time for us to let this young man go back to Xboxing and making Lego movies or Lego videos.
And it's probably getting close to dinner time for him too.
Yep. And Dad's behind the camera right now going,
Well, on that note, we will wrap things up. Like Ben said, definitely check the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. For me, just Google Leo Pond. You find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not, but I run a little thing called the Dorkening Podcast Network. We got about 40 shows on the network. There's a ton of awesome people doing a ton of awesome stuff. So make sure you head on over to thedorkening.com to check out all the shows there. And Christian, where do you like people interacting with you on social media?
If you want to check out all my social media, you can go to christianganiere.com, and I am most active on Instagram.
There you go. Nice and simple.
You see how the younger generation does it?
Yeah, well, I'm going to do the same thing. Just go to stilltoking.com. You can find all our social media links there and everything about us.
There we go.
Wow.
Benjamin.
Wow, Christian, you got him to like do it like that. I mean, normally it never happens that way. But in all seriousness, we do want to thank Christian for coming out, spending some time with us this evening. Hopefully you all learned something you didn't know already. Or maybe you did because you follow him. And if you don't, well, you should be. Big things coming from this kid. I'm telling you. To all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do every day so people like us can do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. We're out of here.
Bye.